out where the whistle cuts the silence of the sand, rode a man with whiskey in his trembling hand. Ghost town shadows on the moon so pale, whispers in the dust a sinister tale. Beneath the devil's deal where the lost souls weep lies a bed of secrets that the dark earth keeps. Burn out church, the cross stands frail and weak. Cursed are the vows that the forsaken speak. He wore his sin like an old faded coat, traded his love for the lies that he wrote. A dusty bottle and unmarked grave, a heart betrayed by the brave yet depraved. Beneath the devil's deal and the silent screams, echoes of the past tear apart his dreams. Burning memories like the church's spire, kindled by a spark from a liar's fire. In the cold night, the desert speaks his name. Mirages of the man he used to claim. Face to face with the ghost in his own trail. A revelation written in betrayal. Beneath the devil's deal where truths are unveiled, he faces down the storm that his heart hailed. With each thundering heartbeat he makes his stand, a revenant soul in no man's land. So listen close when the night wind wails of broken oaths and forsaken trails. For every man who dares to deal must walk the path beneath the devil's reel. Oh, down a dusty path where the devil's winds blow, found an old town, shadows dancing slow. Whiskey bottle laying in the middle of the street. A church was burning, hear the flames crack and weep. No mercy on the lonely road where the lost souls come to bear their load. Silent deserts keep their cursed vows. Ain't no forgiveness, just echoes of how. Met a man with eyes like cold train steel, said he lost his love to a crooked card deal. Promised vengeance neath the crescent moon's glow, blade in his grip, no intent to let go. No mercy on the lonely road where silence speaks in codes nobody knows. Ghost towns whisper of the deeds so foul. Old sins cast long shadows they never throw in the towel. Forgotten grave he knelt down to confess to the ghost of a girl in a blood-stained dress. Across cursed lands his revenge took flight. A deadly quiet settles like the dark swallowing the light. step is a story untold. In the dust of the desert, truth finds its way. Revenge or resign, but a price you'll always pay. Each note strums the sorrow of lands weary and worn on the lonely road where such tales are born.
In the shadow of the mesa where the sun forgets to rise, Dead Man's Valley sleeps beneath a cloak of starless skies. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves lined up like silent guards. Echoes of the pistols crack the dealing of the cards. Oh, Valley, hear my mournful cry across your barren lands, where ghostly whispers fill the air like prayers from trembling hands. I came for gold, for glory, found under your cursed moon. Left my heart and broke my bones in the dust of your monsoon. A lover's vow so sweetly sworn beneath the old church bell turned to ash when she betrayed with the outlaw I knew well. Through burning churches, storm and dust, my revenge did bide its time. Train whistles moan a lonesome tune to my sins and her crime. Oh, Valley, hear my vengeful creed through your silent storms, where shadows play in twisted shapes and dark history forms. Once a haven, now a grave for the love I chose to spurn. In your desolate embrace, I discern what men must learn. There by the creek I faced him down. The devil's wind did howl. 2 shots fired in the gloom, a third carried by the owl. His shadow fell, my love did flee. Nowhere left to roam. Dead Man's Valley, take my soul, make this ghost your home. Oh, Valley, I'm your prodigal beneath your cursed sky. I've laid to rest my vengeful ghost, and yet I cannot die. In your silent sacred sands with my tales of pain, Dead Man's Valley holds me fast in its lonesome spectral chain.
Out where the whiskey whispers past the dried up river's edge, ghost town shadows stretch beneath the moon's pale pledge. Silent desert cries under a starlit curse of sky. A lone train whistle moans a song, old and high. No mercy in the revenge, this heart's turned to stone. Vengeance right beside me, through the night I roam. The bottle's hollow echo, the only friend I've kept on a path of retribution. Through the tears I've wept. Once loved a girl as wild as a storm above. Betrayed by a kiss, I lost my peace, my love. Whispering winds carry the scent of traitors' blood. Burning church in the distance, lost in the flood. No mercy in the revenge, shadows call my name. design. Forgotten graves whisper of what once was mine. As dawn breaks merciless over lands no prayer can save. No mercy in my heart, just an outlaw in his grave.
Dusty town where the sun bleeds red, whiskey bottles echo the tales of the dead. A lone train whistle splits the cursed night air as shadows dance in the square. No one dares to stare. Oh, I struck a deal with the devil's fiery hand, exchanged my soul on this black and forsaken land. In the quiet of the ghost town, my sins whisper cold. Underneath that silver moon, my wicked story told. A forgotten grave unmarked lies out by the weeping willow. A lover's betrayal under the shadow of a church's burned steeple. I loved her as fierce as the desert winds roar, but the devil had plans, now she's gone, her blood on this floor. Yes, I struck a deal with the devil's fiery hand, lost more than I gained on this dark forsaken land. In the hush of the ghost town, my regrets spin and twirl. Underneath that haunting moon, lost my sweet, sweet girl. At the crossroads stood I with my faith. The sky turned black, the earth began to quake. A reckoning when my past it did reveal. In the devil's eyes the truth was my ordeal. So I struck a deal, paid with vengeance and pain. In this silent desert, only the ghosts now know my name. Let the devil take what's left in this life. I'm but a shell in the dust of the cursed land. I wait for the fires of hell. And the train cries low, just like the wails of my doomed soul. In the night, the whiskey whispers of a man who lost control.
In the shadow of the ridgeline lies the bones of Dusty Creek, where the chapel bells are silent and the wind begins to speak. Whiskey bottles lie forgotten in the sands of cursed lands, forged by broken-hearted strangers with their trembling bloody hands. Ashes of the ghost town under blood-red dusk, echoes of the love lost carried in the dust, where the sinners seek their solace in the silence of their sins. Ghost town's heart beats under where the end was just beginning.
Long ago the church caught fire on a night as dark as coal. Trapped inside her wedding gown, it burned away her soul. Her lover, he had laid the flame, revenge's bitter cry, for the gold beneath the altar, for which she watched her die. Ashes of the ghost town beneath the moon's cold crust, echoes of a love burn turned to whispered trust. The desert holds their secrets in the howling of the winds. Ghost town's curse lingers where the pain was just the pin. Crest beside the grave of wood, he hears a train whistle mourning as he knew he would. In the ghostly hour, with the pistol's cold embrace, he joins her in the ashes, disappears without a trace. Ashes of the ghost town, spirit's ghost, echoes of redemption, or maybe just the dust. There's peace among the ruins, in silent eerie grins. Ghost town's last whisper, where the end and start are twins.
In the shadow of the old church spire, underneath the moon's pale choir, lies a town swallowed by the sand, whiskey bottles in withered hands. Dust storms whisper through broken doors, echoes of boots on creaking floor. Ghost trains moan in the dead of night, on the edge of the fading light. Beneath the ghost town, secrets lie buried under a cursed sky. Hearts once pledged and shadow deeds, now just ghosts and tumbleweeds. There's a tale of a love betrayed in the silent streets where we once played. A silver locket, a rusted gun, a game the two could never have won. She promised forever by the burning church, left a man with his soul in the lurch. Her laughter's a memory fading fast in the winds of a whispered past. Beneath the ghost town, vengeance waits in the shadows of sealed fates, where love once lived, now only grief among the dust and forgotten leaves. In this desert I face my sin, the echoes of what might have been. The wind calls out her sweet false name as I light the match, set the past aflame. Beneath the ghost town I find my rest, in the heart of the wild, wild west, forgiving the ghost in the desert's embrace, in the silence I find my grave.
On the edge of a ghost town where shadows conspire, rattlesnake winds whisper sins of the choir. Dust devils dance where the church used to stand. Whiskey bottles lay cradled in the devil's own hand. Skies haunt the train scream, old truths and lies, forgotten graves, the tales they confide in this cursed land. Even brave men have died. Rides with me, heartbeat sinks with a horse's plea. Echoes of love, sharp and untied, in the silence of the desert, a lone soul cries. Guns drawn at dusk, eyes like the sea storm, 2 shots in the dark, our fates transform. There's wrong mercy in the last ride, dust settled on bone, echoes of justice and a sinner's moan. Riding away, heart empty and wide, and lands with no mercy, the past won't hide.
by loss and revenge, fitting the low, weathered voice of storyteller etched by the desert's harsh truths.
Out past the rattlesnake plains where the dead rivers lie, under a blood moon sky, the coyotes cry. Whiskey bottle clutched in a trembling hand, through the ghost town shadow stands a broken man. Midnight in the gunslinger, eyes like funeral pyres, haunted by the howling winds, encircled by the fires. His heart's a graveyard of dreams under a cursed land's curse. Every step he takes is a chapter in a verse. Turned their love to night. In the dust storm's wrath, he heard the train whistle moan, a call from the depths like a siren to his bones. Midnight in the gunslinger, the vengeance riding his spine. Echoes of a burning church play hymns in his mind. The past is a shadow, a gun's cold bite. Promises whisper in the winds of the endless night. At the edge of town he faces down his kin. Words are wind in the silence, bullets spin. Truth strikes sharper than the sharpest knife. Betrayals cost payback, a life for a life. Midnight in the gunslinger, now he's riding alone. Past forgotten graves where wild roses are grown. The desert holds his secrets and the stars know his sins. He rides toward a horizon where redemption begins or ends. In the shadow of the valley where the sun forgot to shine lies a town too cursed to mention by a dusty broken sign, where the whiskey bottles whisper secrets hidden in the sand. I trace my scars, each one a story etched deep by my own hand. Gone human souls tread under moons that mourn in silence above the lands of dead. Heartbeat echoes through the ghost town like a train's lonesome cry. Gone with a lonely road under a cursed black sky. Once loved a girl with eyes like storm clouds, heart wild as the wind. Promised her the world, but in the night betrayal thinned. She vanished with a preacher whose church burned in sin's glow. Left me with these empty dreams where only thistles grow. Gone with the lonely road where the broken hearts lie, past the chapel of redemption where even angels fear to fly. Whispers haunt the silent desert like a snake's soft sly hiss. Gone with the lonely road, swallowed in the abyss. My demons at the crossroads of despair, gun in hand, shadows dancing. Found that preacher there, justice rang in every echo as he fell before the dawn. But revenge just tastes like dust when all you loved is gone. Gone with the lonely road where the past can't be undone. Through the cursed silent deserts beneath the scorching sun, I ride alone forever, searching a ghost among the graves. Gone with the lonely road, a soul no man can save.
Shadow of the broken steeples cross, where the wind whispers through the pine's soft side, there lies a town lost beneath time's cruel gloss, engulfed by sands under a cursed sky. A preacher lived with a secret so dark, whiskey bottle whispered it to the night by the light of a lone flickering spark in a world devoid of a righteous light. Oh, the silence of the desert holds his tale, haunted by a love that could not prevail. Ghost trains cry beneath the moon's pale veil, and meant for the preacher's secret, a wretched way. On Sunday, love and grace as gleams, while his heart hid her picture worn and frayed. In the vestige of his broken dreams lies the love he betrayed and the price he paid. A dusty Bible, a revolver code, her locket buried in an unmarked grave. His whispered prayers that never grew old, for a soul too far gone to ever save. Oh, the silence of the desert knows his shame, burning like the old church he set aflame. Ghost towns keep secrets, never speak her name, and meant for the preacher's secret, his eternal blame. Down in the valley where the dead church lies, the preacher found his knees, and there he cried, confronting ghosts of the past under stormy skies. He begged for forgiveness as part of him died.
So listen to the wind, hear the desert's breath, echoing a tale of love, betrayal, and death. The preacher's secret walks a spectral rave. In silent deserts of sorrow he finds no rest. Lament for the preacher's secret, and whispers confess.
Out in the shadow of the devil's spine, where the wind sings low through the hangman's vine, ghost town whispers, a tale unfolds beneath the hollow sky in the cold. Whiskey bottles lay by forgotten graves, each sip a memory of the brave. Dance the hollow sky waltz under the moon's pale light, twirl with the ghosts of those lost to the night. Feet step in dust where the shadows play. The hollow sky waltz calls the souls who stray. Silent deserts hold the secrets of old, of a lover's betrayal, and hearts turn cold. Train whistles mourn like a funeral cry, past burning churches where faith did die. She promised forever by the light of the stars. Now she's just another scar. Dance the hollow sky waltz under the moon's pale light, twirl with the ghosts of those lost to the night. Love's a bitter trail of the lonesome and gray. The hollow sky waltz sweeps the broken away. In the cursed land's grip, under twilight's crown, I face the east where my life burned down. Dust storm roars a reckoning tune. Her face appears in the eye of the monsoon. Dance the hollow sky waltz with fury and might. Claim the revenge in the dead of the night. Storm's rage cleanses the sins of the fray. The hollow sky waltz where I lay her to stay. In the embrace of the land, under a star so high, I dance alone where the lost souls sigh. The hollow sky waltz, my final goodbye. A dance with the shadows under the cursed sky. In the heart of the silent desert, under a blood-red moon's glow, stood a man with a bottle of whiskey where the winds of regret blow. The town was just a shadow, a memory of smoke and flame. The ghost of a church still ringing, a hymn bearing his name. Oh, the devil's deal and the drifting smoke, signed in the shadows where the lost souls choke. Whispers on the dust storms cry, telling tales of how you'll never die. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies, but the devil had his due under those cursed sunrise. Betrayal came on a cold train's whistle, far and keen,
left nothing but her locket and dreams that could have been. The devil's deal in the dusk and the smoke that blinds. Promises made in the dark bind the strongest minds. Echoes of her laughter swallowed by the sand. In the heart of the cursed lands where we stand. Face to face with the past in the eye of a dust-swirled fight. The ghosts of wronged hearts rising with the night. Found her grave unmarked beneath the desert scorn. Whispered sorry to the winds, a love reborn. So here's to the devil's deal and the ever-burning smoke. In the land of lost chances where hope is a cruel joke. Raise a glass to the sky, to the love and life I forsake. Riding out with the dawn for my damn soul's sake. This song paints the somber picture of a wanderer, wrestling with his past and the deals cast in the shadows that have shaped his fate, all carried by a melody, as weathered as the story it tells.
Out where the whiskey whispers in ghost town bars, a shadow cast long by the light of the stars. Dust devils dance on cursed cracked clay, church bells silent since Judgment Day. Train whistle splits a silent desert night, a song for the broken, out of hope, out of sight. Oh, gunpowder serenade, play a mournful tune. My heart beats in echoes under this cold desert moon. Lit and prayers, the currency. I walk these dead lands, gun heavy in hand. She was a mirage, a fleeting sweet dream. Her love slipped through like a whiskey stream. Betrayal burned just like a church set aflame. Only ashes of promises whispered her name. From the dust of forgotten graves I rise, haunted by the sorrow in her stormy eyes. Oh, gunpowder serenade, sing through the night. Feel my vengeance guide my side. Silver bullets for the ghosts in my head. A trail of the living, a prayer for the dead. In the mirror of the night, my shadow confronts me, a silhouette stitched with scars of treachery. The gun's cold kiss, a lover's final betrayal. In the echo of the shot, truth and myths unveiled. So gunpowder serenade, play your last refrain. In this silent desert, only memories remain. With each step forward, my old self died. A prayer to the night under unforgiving skies. Oh, God. In the heart of a ghost town, under moonlit decay, lies a tale of an outlaw. In the shadows he sways. Whiskey bottles lay empty by the door of the church, while the wind plays a dirge for a love left in the lurch. Dust dances with memories like specters of strife, in the land where his sins seem to cut like a knife. Hear the train whistle mourning, through the silence it parts. Burn out flames in the chapel like his outlaw heart. Through the cursed barren lands where the lost lovers meet, he rides seeking redemption on a road incomplete. Once a love burned so fiercely in her eyes like a flame, but betrayal's sharp whisper turned warmth into blame. In a duel under starlight, blood mixed with the sand, her new lover lay dying by the outlaw's own hand. Now the echoes of laughter turn to cries in the night, as he remembers the flash of the gunfire's bright light. Hear the train whistle crying, through the silence it parts. Burn out flames in the chapel like his outlaw heart. In the haunted forgotten graves where cold vengeance lies, he wanders forever with tears in his eyes. By the light of a fire in the cold desert air, he faces the ghosts of the past standing there. With each whisper of sand, he confronts what he's done. The outlaw, the lover, the lost, lonesome one. Hear the train whistle fading, through the silence it parts. Ashes cold in the chapel like his outlaw heart. Amidst whispers of redemption, in the dead of the night, he lays down his burdens in the fading firelight. Out where the dead man's creek whispers low, under the shadow of the buzzard's flight, the winds carry tales of a gunslinger's woe through ghost towns bathed in the moon's pale light. His spurs, they jingle like a lonely hymn, past chapel ruins where the faithful pray. Cursed sand beneath where hope grows dim, the echoes of his last ride softly invade. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, dust storms rage where the heart misbehaves. Echoes haunt the silent desert's cry, a lone rider's tale neath the endless sky. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town too worn to even recall its name. The trail burned under those arid skies, her love a memory flickering like a flame. He rode for vengeance through lands God-forsaken, chasing shadows only danced in his head. Each mile a marker of a love taken on a path that led to the dead. Not the wed, whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, dust storms rage where the heart misbehaves. Echoes haunt the silent desert's cry, the dust storm behaves. Echoes fade in the vast desert sigh. Last rides over this gunslinger's night. Each drum of a guitar, each rasping note song paints a haunting picture of a lifespan under the vast starlit skies of a lawless land, where each shadow might be an old foe, and every gust of wind carries the whispers of the past.
In the shadow of the steeple, 'neath the moon's pale watchful eyes, the preacher dances slowly where the ghost town's secret lies. Whiskey on his breath and revolver in his hand, he waltzes through the ruins of this cursed and barren land. Oh, the preacher's secret waltz spins a tale of darkened hearts through dust storms and forgotten graves. His haunted past imparts. He dances with his demons beneath the old gallows tree, a waltz of sweet vengeance in the silence of the breeze. Once loved a maiden fair, with eyes like stormy skies, but betrayal's bitter wind left nothing but her cries. In the chapel of the forsaken, where their vows were meant to bind, she vanished into the night, leaving whispered ghost notes behind. The preacher's secret waltz, a melody of despair. With each step he's reminded of a love that's no longer there. Round he goes by the burning church, where their dreams turned into ash. His heart beats like a train whistle, quick and brash. Starlit void, he faces what he's wrought. The gun still warm, the whiskey gone, entangled in his thoughts. A specter in the moonlight, her voice a soft reproach, reveals the blood-stained truth beneath his tarnished brooch. So the preacher's secret waltz is a dance of grim resolve. Around the graves of yesteryears, his fading hopes dissolve. He lays down his burdens by the cold and lonesome creek, forgiveness in his eyes as he turns the other cheek. In the silence of the desert, where the old secrets dwell, the preacher finds his peace at last, a quiet farewell. Out where the dust storms whisper old sins, through the ghost of a town with its skeleton grins, lonesome whistle cuts the silence, a cry in the night. Under the moon's cold watch I recite my plight. Blood on the devil's deal, dark as the cold. Whiskey burns like the secrets that I never told. A crossroad bargain with a curse on my trail, haunted by shadows on this forsaken vale. She was love's
turned to ashes stolen by the breeze. I traded my soul on a bad man's word for a tale of revenge through a barrel of hurt. Blood on the devil's deal, red on my hands. Tried to wash it clean with the rain from this cursed land. A bottle for my heart, a gun for my fears, drowning in the echoes of a lost frontier. In the shadow of the chapel where we once knelt, I found the truth beneath the lies that we felt. Her voice in the wind, my guide, my light, leading me to break these chains, reclaim the night. Blood on the devil's deal, settled in the dust. My revenge was written in a storm of rust. Now the desert knows my story, my pain and my plea. In the haunted silence, her ghost walks with me.
Each line crafted resonates with the harrowing experience of making a fateful choice, revealing a narrative filled with loss and the desperate quest for redemption, all set in a desolate, ghostly landscape.
Rusty spurs on dusty boots, under skies of thunderous gloom, crossing trails of broken stones in this town soul's moan. Whiskey bottle clutched in hand, shadows stretch from cursed lands. Echoes of a train's sad whistle rides the wind through thorns and thistle. I'm riding through the revenge, past forgotten graves, haunted by the love I lost and the choices that I made. And each hoof beat a pounding plea beneath the hanging tree, in search of peace or ending, whichever waits for me. By the light of a lone star peaking across the plain, her voice still speaking. In a churchyard fire's wake, among the embers my heart stakes. Betrayal's kiss on her cold lips led me to this apocalypse. A life for a life, the old law raids in the dust. My conscience bleeds. Riding through the revenge by silent desert's edge, ghosts of what we could have been, dancing over the ledge. With every mile I claim, I'm called by her name, carving lines of fate and blame in the sands of shame. In the mirror of the night, my shadows cast aside, faced by the man I've become, nowhere left to hide. Meet the eyes of a haunted soul at the duel of dust patrol. Fire and smoke may decide who's lost and who survived. Still riding through the revenge, where wild spirits bend, the passing noose that tightens with the truths I can't amend. This revenge I ride alone becomes my broken throne in a kingdom of bone where love's never grown. the sky till the day I die. Chasing shadows side by side with the ghosts of you and I. In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to rise, lies a town too scared to mention, under cursed and stormy skies. Whiskey bottles line the barroom, spilling secrets, spilling sin. Every ghost wears boots and sorrow from the lives they couldn't win. Oh, the devil's cursed this land of mine, with dust and blood entwined, where the church once burned to embers and the truth's too hard to find. Hear the whistle of the lonely train, like a banshee's mournful cry. In the devil's cursed land, we live haunted till we die. Once loved a girl with eyes like fire in this ghost town's better days, but betrayal's bitter venom turned her heart to ashen grays. She danced with my best friend under moonlight's treacherous glow. Now they're just two more forgotten graves where the hollow winds do blow. Oh, the devil's cursed this land of mine, with love that's turned to rust, where the shadows whisper vengeance for each betrayed heart's unjust. Hear the whistle of the distant train, like a ghost that can't let go. In the devil's cursed land, bitter winds forever blow. By the crumbling tracks I stand, with the desert's dust in hand, face to face with the barren truth, where once I drew a line in the sand. My gun's cold weight tells stories of the nights I can't forget, the price of each forsaken soul marred by debts of deep regret. Oh, the devil's cursed this land of mine, with ghosts I know too well, each whisper in the silence, each toll of the funeral bell. Feel the whistle cut the stillness like a blade against the sky. In the devil's cursed land, we don't live, we just survive. In this haunted heart of darkness, under skies no stars command, I reckon with my demons in the devil's cursed land.